Welcome into episode number 162 of The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. It's with a heavy heart that I bring this episode to you. I think I told you back when the Final Four was here in Minneapolis that I had the opportunity to sit down with three of the four broadcasters that were here. And this week's episode is Will Tieman of Michigan State. One of the broadcasters, the only broadcaster I did not have an opportunity to sit down with, was Rod Bramblett of Auburn University, who a couple of weeks ago wound up passing away in a car accident. And it really got me thinking about what it would have been like to sit down with him and then had this unfortunate incident happen, and how grateful I am to be able to sit down with all these broadcasters who are willing to share their stories and how short life can be. And you know, it's such an intimate moment when I sit down with these broadcasters. It's just them and I sitting across from each other. And again, it's one of the reasons why I don't do these over the phone, or I don't do these over some sort of video chat, that I do these in person, because you get that one-on-one connection with them. And I've been very fortunate. I'm trying to think of all the episodes I've done. I've had guys retire. Unfortunately, I've had some guys get fired, but I don't believe that any one of my guests have passed away, which obviously is a good thing. But it really got me thinking that I had reached out to Auburn and tried to get this done, and it just there wasn't the time to make it happen. But it is sad, and I'd wished I'd had the opportunity to sit down with them. And it's why that there are so many broadcasters out there that are later on in their life that I would love to sit down with, and you realize that you might never get that opportunity. And so to the Auburn family and to the Bramblett family, my heartfelt condolences, and I know that the broadcasting community has mourned over the last week or two when they found out the news. So it is a little bit with a heavy heart that I bring you episode number 162 with Will Tieman of Michigan State. We did this at the hotel that they were staying at. Very, very kind man, and great story. One of my favorite stories that have been told about him working at Grambling. Grambling is a black college, and here is a white broadcaster broadcasting for a black college, and he talks about the moment that he is in a room with all the coaches, and he just sort of brings that notion to the forefront, and it's kind of humorous, but it also tells you a lot about Coach Robinson, the Hall of Fame legendary coach of Grambling. It really is. It tells you a lot about that man because of everything that he's had to go through, and yet here he is telling a white broadcaster something that was kind of humorous, and you'll hear it in the podcast. If you have not subscribed to the podcast, you can do so on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to rate us, and you can follow us on social media, Twitter at TheVoiceBTV, Facebook, facebook.com/TheVoiceBTV, and you can always email me, thevoicebtv@gmail.com. All right, let's get to it. Episode number 162 with Will Tieman of Michigan State University. JW, roll the open.
This job is mine if I want it. And finally, I hold up my hand like I'm in third grade, you know? Coach Rob goes, yeah, well, what? I go, I'm really honored to be here, but nobody's talked about the fact that I'm white. And Coach Robinson goes, Will, do you have a problem being white? And I go, no. He said, then we're good.